Hi, welcome to Track by Track with Dual Analog. Today we're going to be talking about our Super Smash hit, 100 Disciples. I'm going to put on my glasses for this one. Just like the video.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the video.
Exactly like that.
Does that look cool?
Yeah.
So I was trying to write a song like Big Daddy of Rhythm by my favorite band, Dead or Alive. Everybody's got to have someone to love. Big Daddy of Rhythm. But what I did have was I had a chorus which used the chords, or the chord sequence, not the exact chords, from a Hot Top Volcano from Diddy Kong Racing. And then I also had this industrial type song I was trying to work on. And I couldn't really get any of that stuff to work. And so I took this industrial sounding sort of verse and the chorus that I had from the Big Daddy of the Rhythm song. And then I created, Kurtis helped because he was there. So I had Kurtis over. I'm like, I'm trying to write this song. Let me know what you think. And I had that chorus there, which was very simple. And I think I was like, oh, this is kind of like easy and dumb, but let me know what you think. And he was like, oh no, that's good. Keep that. So I was like, okay. And then we had this breakdown. I don't even remember how that one happened. It just needed a breakdown.
It showed up one day. We're like, hey, here.
It needed a breakdown, so I took part of the rhythm for the song You Are In My System by my favorite band, The System.
There's a lot. I really like the bells in this one. There's a lot of cool. I guess it's kind of built around the bells. I think that
bell sequence was going to be part of that Big Daddy of the Rhythm song. And the thing about it is that Big Daddy of the Rhythm was slower. Big Daddy of the Rhythm, I know you got me running. So it was supposed to be.
It would have been way easier to play.
Yeah. So that was like.
You made me learn that.
I didn't make you learn anything. I thought he was going to run that to tracks, but he plays it live, and it's amazing, and everything's
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So that's why that happened there. I think that might have even been your idea to put that there. Okay.
Anyway,
let's start with this dank beat here.
Let's play it. Oh yeah. That bass. That's more of what? Oh yeah, look at that.
That's the serum bass.
Yeah, big old serum bass. We have some other. There's the analog SCO2 bass.
Let's isolate that one. Slow that one up.
This is the kind of like helicopter. That one's like. So that's like the helicopter sound. And I have a sub underneath that doing the same thing. And then you have another bass. Because, you need 3 basses. Always.
3 basses are better than 1. We got a gong in here too, don't we?
Where'd it go? There's a gong somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah. I think that might be the same gong from the first song.
Confirmed. It's the same gong from the first song.
Yeah, it only plays once here, but that's all right.
That's okay. Anyway. I still, when we're on stage, I like, even though there's no gong there, it's part of my moves. You guys can see it when we come to your town. Coming to a town near you. If you live in Linwood,
this town here,
the surrounding Seattle metropolitan area, is coming to a town near you. But I do like the rhythm on this one. It's very, I don't want to say simple, but it is quite simple when you take a look at just a straight, heavy, industrial sounding beat. We have the hi-hats. It's an 808, kind of the high end of that kick, and then you put in a different kick, if I remember.
That's correct. There it is. Kick. Again, it's some sort of kick I had laying around from somewhere that I do not know where.
We got more R8 in there. And then we got Lindrum doing the claps there. Of course, Simmons toms doing those big E drum sounds.
This is real straightforward until you get to the breakdown. I like those vocals there with the fry on it. Getting kind of the gritty.
Trying to notate it, it's about 2 notes. So I just wanted something that was kind of like atonal and dissonant, since I was just trying to write like a dark wave or an industrial type song. So it came through that way before I really learned proper technique. And now I don't really sing like that because I don't want to mess anything up. But I think that was the right approach for this particular one, because you don't really need to worry about sounding pretty when you're kind of singing with this aggressive sort of fry.
I also added, there's some, I think, distortion a little bit, some weirdness to it to make it more fry.
Yeah.
And this is one where we layered, I just duplicated the track that you recorded, and I pitched the second one down an octave, and it made that one like super gritty.
Yeah, let's hear that pitched one.
That's the main one. Doesn't sound good by itself, but if you listen real close, you can hear it. But it adds this little bit of grit that's kind of neat.
Let's take a look at, what do we want to look at? There's so much to unpack here. So much to unpack from our huge smash hit, which made us millions of dollars practically overnight. Actually, this section coming up here in the second verse is very interesting because there's this keyboard, there's these chords that happen just this once. I think that you wrote those chords. You came over and helped me with that because I was like, I need something different here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These chords are, I wrote these. So when I had to learn these, like, what in the hell kind of crazy ass chords are these? I can play it because I know how to play it. It's like, it's like that.
They can't see what's.
They can like that and that and that. It's some crazy, just like,
Yeah, that's how I knew you wrote them.
Maybe that's why I wrote it. Anyway,
I think I remember it was one of those times where we wrote something and then we just looked at each other and went, and moved on.
It's ridiculous, but somehow it works.
It works with everything else. I don't even know if it was in the right key.
Some of those notes might be in key.
Definitely some accidentals in there. There's a B. I don't think we have a B in this song. The song's in F-ish. F minor-ish?
Yeah.
F Dorian?
F-ish. So, yeah, B would be tritone type deal.
That's what gives it that kind of dissonance that makes it sound a little bit different and kind of tense before that second chorus comes in. And then, of course, we have the break here. You can't just go right into the second chorus after a chord that doesn't work, so you have a break with the pitch dive going down. And the 808 cowbells in there somewhere. Oh, it's a Lin. And the 808 snare there. Let's isolate that one. I want to just go in and just isolate all the little things. And then it's pitched. And then we pitched it.
Yeah.
I think I did that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I did that.
You might have put it in key.
Well, yeah.
And there are cymbals in this song, too. There's
where it starts to get crazy. And those bells go. Yeah. This is the gamelan bells. Which is the main sound for these things.
Let's take a listen to those guitars happening during this, because one of them, well, they both actually switch what they're playing halfway through. I didn't do the repetition. Just get a little bit metal there for a second, just a second. Don't want to get too metal, you know. Don't want to scare the chicks away. What?
There's handbells and those are just big timpani hits with what was that thing called? The thing. That one. Tubular bells. That's the tubular bells with the timpani. Because it's Christmas time. I'm looking at all the small stuff.
The little teeny things.
What is that? Who knows? But it's there.
It's labeled as organ here in our session.
It's the rock organ and the scarabee. I don't know.
Imagine how little I would have been able to see had I kept those sunglasses.
You can barely see now.
Glasses complete my face. Let's take a listen to some of those samples you threw in, the swooshes and the whooshes.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of time actually goes into those little production techniques, or those little teeny just like those just transition things that happen. We
I like these.
Go through hundreds of samples to find the right thing, the right swoosh.
The right sound that'll fit the thing, and then you spend an hour looking at the same 2 seconds trying to make sure that it all works. It's kind of cool by itself. There's a lot of stuff happening right there. There's the back and forth, and then a deep pitch dive type thing. A lot of it you don't really hear unless.
Well, it takes a lot of sounds to make one sound.
Yeah.
All in vain. 100 disciples could praise my name, but it's not the same.
So it looks like it's the harmonies here. I like those.
Those are some good susses.
There's 2 tracks here. I don't think they're double tracked. They're just duplicated and then processed a little bit differently.
No, they look double tracked to me, because look at the waveforms. This one is different than that one.
I think that one's just bigger.
You say so.
They look identical to me. Well, maybe you sing it really well.
I kind of doubt that. But this was one of those songs actually that I couldn't really sing when we recorded it, but as I took more voice training, I learned how to sing my own songs.
I'm gonna take it back. I think they're double tracked.
Yeah, you
just
double
sing it
tracked
well,
now?
and they just blended really well.
You did a really good job actually processing these vocals. I really like the sound on this one. It's I don't know. It just sounds like me.
It does.
It sounds like me in a way that I find endearing. I don't always find endearing. Sometimes I'm kind of like, oh. Ugh. This one sounds like me, singing a rock song. You know what I mean? Like a lot of this other stuff on the record is me singing more new wave. So it's cool to kind of have a spread of, my vocal range, I guess, not from a low to high, but more of a stylistic point of view. Yeah. I don't know. It's a good one. I like the harmonies on this one a lot too. These ones turned out really well.
Yes, they are very nice.
Jade and gold.
Let's just look at those harmonies. Let's solo those out there, because there's some interesting things happening.
Jade and gold to make me whole.
When I write my harmonies, I write them on piano, and I MIDI that out. So what I'm doing is basically writing chords, so it makes it easy to do interesting harmonies like that, where one voice will stay on the same note, and then the other voice might go down, and then we just stack them up. Jim Gillette, when he was doing the vocals for the first Nitro record, would do a harmony in every octave. So he would do the main vocal, and then he would do a harmony, and then he would do that in all the octaves.
Just stack it.
We didn't do that, but it's kind of similar. And then we're going into the breakdown section here.
We're now in the breakdown.
I'm actually interested in then the groove is back, so we don't get so proggy that we lose the groove. We're checking in.
It still flows, even though there's kind of a weird stop there. It's not that weird, just because it stays in time.
Then there's this. The solo there.
Should we break down the breakdown?
I don't see why not.
I wanted to solo out this bass because I like how it does that kind of pitch down for the break.
I forgot about that.
Which I just noticed while we were listening to it here,
Yeah, that's right. Now I remember. Yeah.
Which is really kind of a cool little thing there.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. And then that's how I play it live though on guitar, because the pitch down, now that I remember that I forgot that I put that in there. when I'm playing the guitar part live, usually I go do and I slide down because the bass does the pitch down.
Right.
Yeah. It just kind of adds a nice sort of slack and then back up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I kind of think of it like one of those little those like guys that those little like inflatable dudes that you see outside of car dealerships that are like and then they're back up. I kind of see songwriting like that a little bit, because you can take something and you can kind of bend it a little bit and then back up, and sort of that motion of coming back up from being bent down is what sort of re-engages the listener a little bit, I think. So you can have not just something where you pitch it down, but you can have something proggy and kind of weird with these odd stops, but then you check back in. So it's a push and a pull, but it's kind of like
it's a fluid motion.
Yeah, it's like a dance.
Roll down and you come back.
You roll down and you come back up. Like a roller coaster, actually, Whee! Oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh no, I'm okay now. Oh no, I'm going to die again. I'm interested in, oh gosh, I don't even know where to start with this. Let's take a look at the,
drums.
Yeah, let's do drums. And then there's the 808 cowbell. We got the R8 doing that metal sound. We got a little bit of R8 Dyko there. We got the open hi-hat 808.
Yeah, I think, the bells really tie that part together. Because it just kind of, it's kind of the through line of the whole thing. The drum parts are kind of filling in, interesting hits.
Pads come back in. I think we got the DX bass. on there as well, kind of doing something a little straighter to keep everything in line.
Can't hear.
Hi.
It's gonna be really quiet. I think it's just it's. No, that's
Doing
just
some frequency modulation for what
It's,
looks to be the sequence.
it's doubling the bell sequence, but I want to solo this other bass because I really like. There's some interesting things in here that all those little pops and whatnot. I was on the neutron, and there was some. I don't know. There's some patching going on, modulating the frequency and whatnot to get it pop kind of randomly. And then they just kind of pop out.
So this was the Mars Mega Drive. It's through the MP1. It's a T75 or HM75. Got some harmonies there on the guitar solo. See, when you approach writing a lead part, I think every guitar solo should have a beginning, middle, and end. And I kind of think you start really strong, and then you can go off. Then you check back in, you go off, and then you end strong. And I think that this solo, I think I heard somebody tell me once, they're like, oh, that solo was great. It was too short. I'm like, no. It was the perfect length. It said exactly what you needed to say at that moment. It didn't need to be any longer than that. And I think there's something to that. You know, not everything I play is good. And you just don't play it. If you're like, this song it wouldn't benefit from a guitar solo, then, you know, don't put one in there. But we sort of reach the climax at this point, and the only way to go is with a guitar solo of this nature. Plus, I like the wah-wah and the other stuff happening in here. And the way that these overdubs kind of layer on top of each other creates a really interesting harmony, actually, with the vocals. So if we take that and we solo that out, and then we solo the main vocal out, you'll notice kind of an interesting harmony happening there. Then you added this stop coming up, where the kick and snare taper off.
Now I do that fairly frequently, I guess. Cut out the kick snare, big stuff to like. Because then the next hit will impact a lot more. If you it feels like a mini little break. If you take some stuff out for a second. And it works because the harmonies are right there. That's all nice.
And you got the big Simmons tom there. Let's just listen to the drums here, because the drums are. I love programming drums. That's one of my favorite processes.
I hate it so much.
And he hates it.
So it's perfect.
So it's great because I get to go in and I get to program all of these cool drums and just have everything go batshit insane. And then I get to give it to Sarah and then say, here, listen to the kick and the snare, and then let me know if you have any questions. And then she always nails it.
Then I have to look at all these tracks and figure out what the hell to do with all of them.
Yeah.
One by one. When I'm mixing this, I have to look at every, there's...
And then he calls me over and I say, you know what, I think that clap could be a little louder. And then he says, what clap? And I'm like, there's a Lynn clap right here. There'll be 17 other claps on top of that. No, it's that one. That's the good one. There we go. These chords. Never mind about the lyrics. So actually, I did want to talk about these chords here because there's no guitar here for me to demonstrate it on.
I don't play this live. I don't play these chords.
So it's
I don't know what those are.
So it's an F something or other. I'm interested in what the actual chords are. This is how I remember chords. I say things like, "Oh, that's the Purple Rain chord," or "That's the F sharp." I know F sharp 11. I know that one. But this one actually I quite like. I don't know what exactly is happening with the first chord in that, which is like it's an F something. So what that is? Okay, so I can tell you what this is. We're playing it on guitar, and like you're playing a G chord, but you're tuned down. So what that is we're leaving off the root note. Well, basically the top 3 strings we're leaving off, and we're just doing. Oh no, sorry, inverse of that. Bottom 3 strings we're leaving off, and we're just playing the top 3 strings. So that's what gives it that sound, and then we have the octave above that. I don't know what's happening in that second one there. That's a C, G sharp, A sharp.
That one's a little weird.
Oh,
Sharp. Oh wow.
yeah, that's the Purple Rain chord. Only it's tuned down.
That's nice. When we play it live, I play that part. That's way easier.
You can't see this at home, kids. It's just like they're straight fifths.
I just play fifths.
That's the kind of chords that I can play on piano.
That's what I can learn on this crazy song. I'm playing the crazy bell part.
And then he's playing the bell part.
I'm not just doing that.
He's not just doing that. He's got his hands full there. He would sing if he didn't have his hands full with all the nonsense that I give him.
I'm playing the crazy bell part. If I had to do those crazy chords, I'd probably.
And you're sequencing or you're triggering those
Yeah. No, that's a lot going on.
I believe you, man. Hey, this one is not. It isn't a walk in the park with the Care Bears for me.
Yeah,
for anybody really.
No,
the bass player, he's got it easy. That guy, he can.
He nails it.
He can
every
hang
time.
back and have a cup of coffee while he's
nails
doing this. Yeah, he's bass player. You be killing it. Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about the lyrics.
Yeah, go ahead.
This particular record was inspired by real life events where I didn't kiss a woman with the tongue until I was 25 years old. And it kind of screwed me up a little bit because up until that point, I didn't think anybody wanted me. So this song, which is the second track off of the record following the first track, Among the Living, which we just talked about in the previous video, you might be able to find it somewhere over here, how it appears on YouTube. That song was about a reflection on the evening and how at that moment in time you've now woken up and you realize that you are ready to go and receive affection from another person, and you are going to stop at nothing to get there. And at this point in the story with 100 disciples, you are reflecting once more, and my fortress lies in ruins, my palace rings hollow, in that everything I thought I knew is now null and void, and all I want to do right now is give everything up to get that feeling again. And that's what the lyrics for this song are about. Did you know that, Curtis?
No. I usually kind of space out when you talk about lyrics. So I heard some of that. It was, you always get very, a lot deeper than I expect with lyrics. But they always, I don't know, they're really, really good if you pay attention. Which I don't.
So if you paid attention, he would know how good the lyrics are for this particular one. And I mean, with this one, the verses are kind of stupid, but then the choruses are kind of cool and smart because there's some interesting, like visually concepts you can pull from that. Anything else you want to talk about with this song?
I don't think so.
All right. That's it for 100 Disciples, everybody. Super smash it. which has gotten us millions. And if you want us to play this song for you on your network broadcast, we'll do it. Easy. You can just contact us at our web zone, dualanalogband.com. Click contact, and you can contact us. That email is going to go right to me, and I will personally, unless we have a secretary at that time, get back to you, and we can arrange something. Be fun to play this song for the news. Not local news. I'm like Good Morning America. We're ready. Mm-hmm. Easy. We can do that for you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in next week. We will be bringing it down a notch, but kicking it with some pretty cool grooves in Dynasties Behind.